I'm ready.
Okay. So you mentioned that you often use PowerPoint.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is show you the integration that Smart has with PowerPoint. So
Okay.
Smart and Microsoft are partners on a lot of different levels.
Uh-huh.
But one of the things that they've partnered on is Microsoft Office.
Okay.
So anybody that uses Word, anybody that uses PowerPoint, anybody that uses Excel
Mm-hmm.
will want to know about this. And what it is I can pick up a pen from the smartboard. I can write on top of my PowerPoint. I can write on top of my Word file. I can write on top of my Excel file. And actually, it goes directly into that file. So, for example, if I'm doing a presentation, this is my PowerPoint presentation.
Right.
I take all my notes on whatever I'm talking about. And now, when I end my presentation, it asks me, do I want to keep my ink annotations?
Uh-huh.
If I do, I can make my notes go be a part of that PowerPoint
That's
file.
great.
If I
Mhm.
don't, I can just discard them.
Okay, great.
Okay?
Oh, that's cool.
So the same is true with Excel, and the same is true with Word.
Mm-hmm.
So, if anybody ever does presentations involving those Microsoft Office applications, they can integrate directly.
They definitely do, and that's a cool feature to have.
Yeah.
How about, can you tell me something more about this desktop whiteboard view screens organizer features,
Sure.
what they're all are for?
Absolutely. So, desktop is pretty self-explanatory. It's the computer's desktop.
Okay, got it.
There's also whiteboard, which is the whiteboard that's always running in the background. So if I
Mhm.
want to do whiteboarding, I always have that going. And I can do things like, so I'm here on the web, and I'm talking about this, and I'm taking a few notes. What I can do...
You're just regularly on
This is just...
any site or whatever,
yeah,
right?
and really any program. I can write on top
If
of
you
it.
can go let's say to Nordic Naturals website and things need to be made to the design,
So-
we could just do it interactively like that too. It's very
Yeah,
cool.
Actually, what's the... You said NordicNaturals.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Insert the text. That's cool. You get to insert that. Nice. And then we need to probably without the space, or it might find it.
I'll probably find it if I Google it, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So, we're here on your website,
Mhm.
and maybe you want to say, okay, we want to make more, I don't know, the international is more important than we're making it,
Okay, cool.
right?
Mhm.
So you say, okay, I want to move it here, I want to make it this big, whatever.
Uh-huh.
What you can do
Nice.
is then take a quick screen cap,
Mm-hmm.
and then over here on our whiteboard, there's a screen cap of what we just did.
Nice.
So I
Okay,
can
cool.
make it smaller, take more notes. And so not only do I have unlimited whiteboarding space, this
Mhm.
is as big as I ever want it to be, but I can have as many pages as I want also.
Perfect.
So I can just keep creating more and more pages. And what that lets you do is when you have a meeting,
Uh-huh.
you can keep track of all the content here on the bottom, and then when I go and I send it out,
You can email it right
I can
away.
email it right away to everybody.
What account does it use? Just your computer's account,
Correct.
right?
Whatever's the system.
Computer hooked up to it.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
do you use Outlook?
Yes.
Yep. Then it'll look exactly like this. Type
Perfect.
in who you want to send it to. It's already attached there. Just hit send, and then they
Uh-huh.
have all the meeting notes in their email probably before they even leave the room.
Cool. Great. Okay, tell me something about the Mac, how we can use the laptop in the room and have it hooked up to that wirelessly.
Wirelessly,
Yeah. It's only wired?
it does have to be wired. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so how would I do that? Let's say I'm sitting somewhere here on the table and
So,
I want to have my laptop hooked up to this
Yeah.
to the system.
so the touch functionality
Uh-huh.
goes over USB,
Okay.
and the video feed can be HDMI, display, whatever, VGA, whatever.
Okay.
But just to show you what we have here, so we have our USB cable.
Okay, so you
VGA
have it
cable.
hooked up through there already, right? Through
Right.
the floor or something.
Right, it goes through the floor. There's
Okay.
a special stand we can get for you, if that's a concern.
Okay. So
But
this
yeah,
thing
so-
is hooked up to, it's sitting on a stand, but it's also attached to the wall, correct?
So actually, this is just attached to the wall. It's
Oh,
not
it
sitting
is?
on a stand.
Oh, it's just the camera. That
Yeah,
is-
yeah. That's the part that's on.
Okay, okay.
But there is a stand also, and what it is, if you think about it, it looks kind of like that, and then it has this sort of tongue that goes out here. So your conference room table maybe is like this. So this tongue will go over the floor
Uh-huh.
and then underneath the leg of the conference room table so that you can route your cables. Here's your smart board, right? So you can route your cables down through here and up into the conference room table. It's very easy.
Okay, you're talking about the floor, okay.
But this what the point is that this part right here doesn't have to go underground.
Okay, right.
So I don't know what your conference room is like, but it's usually pretty hard to have to drill down, run cables, and then drill back up.
Right. Is there any like Bluetooth or anything else we could do wirelessly
So you can
instead
do,
of wiring things around like this?
you have to do a wired USB connection.
Okay. Okay. Because what I have is I have a power source. By the way, 110 or 220.
It's functions in Canada. It's built in Canada, so they use 110 or 220.
Because the bigger ones require 220 power. The smaller ones, which is like 65 incher, is okay with 110 volt.
I don't honestly know off the top of my head. I've never run across a situation where you didn't have the right power.
And then I have a Ethernet right next to it, basically. So I have power outlet and Ethernet next to it, so I'm able to plug
Well,
it
you can do
nicely
the
in
USB
the
over
wall
Ethernet.
and everything.
You
Okay.
can do USB over Ethernet. So that's actually what we have here. So this
USB over
this
Ethernet,
cable
okay.
doesn't run all the way to the smart board.
Okay.
What it does is under the table it switches over to Ethernet. The Ethernet cable runs the back there, and then it switches back to USB
Okay.
behind the smart board.
But that all needs to be connected in one line. The Ethernet has to go all the way. The thing has to go
Correct,
through
correct.
the USB.
One way or another, it
Okay.
does have to be connected.
Okay, great. I have to think about it. How we would do the
To be
setup.
honest, the best use case is to have a PC or a Mac or whatever, but some sort of computer that's attached to the smart board permanently.
Okay.
And
Oh,
that
I see.
way, when somebody walks in, it actually turns itself on.
Mm-hmm.
They can walk up and just start using it right away.
Okay.
They're not concerned with, okay, I want to use the smart board. Which cables do I need to connect? Okay, connect this. Need to start my software. Where's my presentation? All that stuff. Instead, walk up to the smart board. Hey, I need to do some whiteboarding. And just go.
Okay.
It's a second versus 5 minutes.
So let's say I have an iMac, which is a Mac desktop, and I have it located right here on the side
Sure.
of the smart board. How? So it's all wired directly from the iMac to the smart board via what? Via what cable?
Via USB and
USB.
whatever video connection you like. So
Okay.
probably display.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. USB is good. Okay, so I would have iMac via USB, and then I would have Ethernet cable to my Ethernet wall from this. Right.
No, it's just displaying what's on the iMac. So Ethernet to the iMac.
But how does this? Oh, Ethernet to the iMac. Yeah, that's right. But how does this guy get an internet connection?
Remember, the smart board is a display.
Oh, I see. It's a display. So you
Yeah.
all you do is to have this one on Ethernet. The
But
iMac is
whatever-
on Ethernet.
Exactly. Whatever computer
And this
you
one
want.
just needs the power, basically. And
Exactly.
the little box. So, no, is it a little box anymore? No, no more boxes are needed, right? In the back, it's just a display hooked up
for
to it.
whatever computer
Got
you
it.
want. Yeah.
Okay, I understand the concept
Yeah.
now. If I have the iMac.
Now there's the software running, which makes it more than just a display. It gives you all the touch, gives you all the, all the expand and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So that software, though, is running on your computer.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's show again how the pen works and that it doesn't
Sure.
have the battery and
Sure.
things
So
like that.
there's no battery.
Mhm.
You notice when I pick up a pen and I start writing,
There's no buzzing sound whatsoever.
no buzzing sound, and it knows right away that I'm using a pen. When I use my finger, I don't have to tell it that I'm using my finger. It
Mhm.
knows. When
Got
I
it.
use my fist, it acts like an
Erases.
eraser.
Nice.
So I don't have to tell it how to act like a whiteboard. It
Right.
just does it.
It understands you.
It understands. Again, it also recognizes all the gestures that you're used to from any other touch device.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and that's basically the whole point, is to make it easy and intuitive to use.
Right.
If you've used an iPad before or a smartphone, you can use a smart board. If you've
Okay.
used a whiteboard before, you can use a smart board.
Yeah.
So you asked about training before. You know, there is some training required. There always is.
Mm-hmm.
But the learning curve is very short.
Yeah. So if I want to share basically the presentations and make it interactive and things like that, I always have to have it loaded on the iMac, right? Or how
Do you
does
use
it
network drives?
I don't know.
So, for example, when I go and I want to open up a file,
Uh-huh.
so we have all these different network drives. So my stuff is on the Z drive.
Oh yeah, we do. You mean like a shared
Exactly.
drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do, but if we can avoid it, it's better.
Oh, okay.
But okay, so that this is where we just be grabbing it or from email or something, right?
You can do it from email, or you can put it on a little USB memory key, one of those little memory
Okay.
sticks.
Okay.
You can do it that way. And from a security point of view and from a usability point of view, I would suggest that. I have a lot of experience with this, and I know that people want to use their laptop, but
Mhm.
at the end of the day, if they get used to putting it on a little memory key and sticking it into whatever computer,
On the main
that's
computer.
usually better, so that they don't have to worry about really anything else.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually better. But if you want to use your laptop, you can, and it's important to understand that. So
Mhm.
as long as the cables are there, if they want to spend the time to connect their own laptop,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's just on their laptop and they're really comfortable using their laptop.
Right.
They don't want to mess with somebody else's computer or your computer or whatever. That happens.
Yeah.
Okay, you can still use your laptop.
So
Make that very clear.
let's recap the remote users accessibility to if I am a remote user with a laptop or any mobile device, iPhone, iPad, and I want to view it on my laptop screen, right, or whatever
So if
mobile
you're using
device
video,
screen. Mhm.
what you can do is you can remote users, they can view.
Mhm.
So anybody who's out in the field, down in San Diego, they can view everything that's going on the smartboard, including the notes and all that stuff.
Okay, so that's another problem I have. The iMac would have to be hooked up through the VGA share cable so I can have the remote users view that. Because normally we do it with laptop sitting it there. That's why.
Does the iMac not have a video license?
It does. It can be hooked up. We can log in as a user to the video, but we're eating up one line,
Okay.
one license that can be used effectively somewhere else concurrently.
I see. Okay.
We're
so,
limited to number of users. We have currently 12 lines, so 12 concurrent users
Okay,
per session.
so that makes sense. So what you're saying is that if you were to have the iMac do that, then you could only have 11 other people connected to the meeting at a time.
Right,
Which might be an issue.
right.
Okay. So, again, you can use your laptop if that... Well, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody uses the iMac instead of their laptop,
Mm-hmm.
it's instead of the laptop, so they don't need to have their laptop connected anymore. They can just use the iMac.
Yeah,
So the iMac can be good for everybody in the room, as
Yeah.
opposed to just one person. Does that make sense?
yeah.
You got to figure out how you want to do that.
Yeah.
You can do it from the laptop. You can do it from the iMac. My experience, and I can tell you that you'll be a lot easier for people to use if it's from the iMac. But if you want to use your laptop, that still works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another way how to do it is you can just do the back-to-back thing and then have the back-to-back actually doing it remotely from the laptop. So you have your screen and you can share it at the same time through the video system. Just like you did it with your iPad, you had it pretend this iPad is a laptop, that
Uh-huh.
you're using to share also on the video room system. So you would have that Bridget on your laptop running, and then you would share it at the same time via
Right.
the video share
So
cable.
the second option. Oops, that's white. Your second option is Bridget by Smart.
Is it a free app?
It is a free app,
Uh-huh.
but it's a server-based system. So it's a server. Sorry, it's a server software. Bridget is a server software. So
Okay.
it's sitting on a server somewhere,
Okay.
and then people connect to that server. Connect
So
to
it will
the
be
user.
sitting on our server internally in Watsonville somewhere in the server room.
Sure, wherever you like. You can put it on a virtual server if you like.
Okay. Is the server included in the price of the plasma display?
No, neither is Bridget.
Okay.
Okay, there are packages which combine the two and
okay.
can actually give you a huge discount on Bridget if you want to do that.
How much is normally Bridget? Just MSRP.
MSRP for the 25 user license is $7,500,
Okay.
and that's 25 concurrent users.
Okay.
And actually, Bridget does do voice and video also,
Mm-hmm.
but you already have video, so that's fine.
So
but-
you're basically looking at additional at least about, I don't know, several $1,000s with the MSRP of the display. Let's say this 70-incher, I think was 7K or something like that.
No, the 70-inch is MSRP is I think it's 11,000.
11,000.
MSRP.
So then you're
obviously
looking
it'd be less-
11,000 plus the software plus the other thing, but then it's bundled in a
But there
package.
is
So
a package to reduce
Okay.
that. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So we would have to
So-
look into it.
The difference between Bridget and anything else
Mm-hmm.
is two-way collaboration.
Right. That means my folks from from San Diego or anywhere else, the remote users can participate
also
in drawing, and
participate.
we see it collaboratively everywhere.
Correct. So whether that's something you want to do now or in the future, that's always a possibility.
Okay. Okay, so that means we can start without Bridget, and we can do just one-way collaboration, basically one-way view. And if we want to add on the server and Bridget, then we would go the two-way collaboration. Got it.
That's my suggestion. I think that
That's what most people do when
I
they
think
start
that you
up.
said that the 95% use case is one
One.
person talking to a lot of people.
That's
that
right.
model. So I would stick with just the smartboard for now. I
Okay.
know you'll eventually want the two-way. Everybody does.
Yeah.
So when that time comes, we can do that. But for starting off, I think it's better to just stick with what you're familiar with. Step by step is usually better.
Okay, that's cool. Okay,
Okay.
great. Well, thank you. What else do we want to go through here? View screens, organizers. There's something
Sure.
I should know about.
View screens is just if there are other people connected.
Uh-huh.
So if there was another laptop connected, I could hit view screens and then go view that laptop, and we could switch around.
Okay.
Organizer, if I had maybe 2 displays, then I could take pages and pop them up on different displays and swap things around.
Okay.
If I have, okay, I want to put the PowerPoint over on this display, and then the PowerPoint pops up.
Got it.
Does
Uh-huh.
that make sense?
Yeah.
The other things here are reset room,
Mm-hmm.
which is really nice. Let's say you're done with your meeting, and somebody else comes in and sees all this stuff on here and they don't want to deal with it all. You can just hit
Right.
reset room, and it'll pop this up. You can have it email out the notes.
Nice.
It'll close everything, wipe out the whiteboard, email out the notes to everybody, just in one click.
Okay, great.
The other
Okay.
things on here that that'll be useful. So in the whiteboard,
Mm-hmm.
you also get a gallery.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some basic things that Smart gives you that might be useful.
Brainstorming tool.
So just some basic templates, but you can also add whatever content you want that makes sense for what you guys do in your
Uh-huh.
business.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
So
that's cool.
you can create your own sort of gallery.
Shapes, templates, brainstorming,
Yeah.
decision
And you can get rid of all these If they don't mean anything to you, if they're not going to be useful to you, you can just delete them.
Let's go marketing, sales. Oh yeah, we would use this.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys do lean, but you know, there you go.
Plan, direct, check. Yep.
So that's just the thing, and then you can do your
Notes in there. Nice.
make it bigger if you need to.
What's in the menu up there? So this one is basically what? The
This-
first one is did some people connected to it?
This
or?
is the name of the meeting.
Okay.
This is the password for the meeting.
Okay.
This is who is in the meeting.
Great. How
You
many
can also do
users?
your chat if you wanted to type chat there.
Mhm.
If you had a microphone connected, you could start that up. If you have a camera connected, you could start that up.
Mhm.